So, it's been a couple weeks since my last video log here. I'm just kind of like using this as a diary, I guess. Posting it without any, I don't know. Not sure if anybody's going to watch this or cares to. For some reason, in my mind, it feels good to talk to a camera because, I've tried looking for support groups and anybody that I could possibly contact to talk to relate regarding cancer and my health and stress and anxiety and all that stuff. And I do a pretty decent job handling it. And I'm by no means like depressed or anything like that, but it feels better to talk things out that are in my head because there are some days where I'm in a dark place in my mind, and unless I'm like occupied with something, my head goes everywhere. Like I said, kind of dark places, But I have a good handle, I feel like, on just focusing on a task in a direction, even when things are hard to do. You just keep going, one thing into the next. So some good news. Some good news this past couple of weeks. Worked very hard to try and get medical coverage through Medicaid. Contacted a bunch of people, had a lot of help from a bunch of people. Thank God for the people that helped me. Without them, no one can do this by themselves, right? So my doctors, their nurses, my family, mom, dad, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife, just, she's the rock, right? So, and it's hard for her. She's struggling too in ways, right? So none of this is easy. And no one understands, People ask me how I'm feeling on a daily basis, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. Or I'm all right. Or, I'll be honest some days and be like, I'm not good. But just, I gotta keep going. What else can you do? You keep going. So, some good news, yes. My father-in-law particularly somehow had a contact in a Senator Tillis' office. And for me, anyway, I was like, out of the clear blue, I got an email from a lady in his office named Brooke. Shout out to Brooke. She emailed me, asked me a bunch of questions. I gave her my entire story, bullet point by bullet point, from the past year on to now. She reached out to different people that she had connections with. And then all of a sudden I get I get an email from the director of DDS. Your case is being reviewed. It's being fast-tracked to the right people. I get another call from the guy who's reviewing it the next day. I'm trying to get medical records to him. I'm calling nurses and doctors, managers, office managers. Everybody's like doing these things. And now it's taking days at a time to do all these things. So in between, it's very stressful, but doing it. And ultimately, positive result. I got approved for being disabled with my hearing impairment. I got approved by DHS for Medicaid benefits. The $54,000 bill for my surgery is going to be covered, and a good size weight off my shoulders. By no means am I out of the woods as far as like anxiety and stress is concerned, but at least now I can just focus on health and physical activity and, family and people at work that need my help with anything that I could do for them on a daily basis, right? So that's where I'm at today. And would I like to still be able to talk to somebody who could relate, like one-on-one? Yeah. So, um, I have a caseworker from Atrium that's been willing to help me. I'm going to follow up with him and see. He said he was going to try and talk to a couple people and see if anybody be willing to have a conversation with me, like one-on-one. So, sorry, that was the wind closing the door. But no, that's where I'm at today. Day off. I'm going to enjoy the sunshine, go get some lunch with my wife and my son, and just try to enjoy the day with loving company, and always remembering to thank God for all the positive people in my life and support. So, hey, if anybody, well, no one's watching this, right? But the other day I was looking for a cool t-shirt, because if I do survive this, I want like a really cool t-shirt at least. When I survive this, I want a cool t-shirt. Something that says like 2-time cancer fighting champ. I think I'm funny, but that's about it. I'm the only one. But I actually looked online and I couldn't find anything that said that, so maybe I'll create one myself. That's it. I was talking to my wife about that and I got a laugh out of it, so makes me feel good. And I do want to do what I intended this to be, is some tinkering in the shop here and doing some things that are creative. So eventually want to do that, maybe sometime soon, hopefully, after I recover from the surgery. So we'll see. All right, that's all right now, I think.